Alright, so before I start this video, I'm gonna take a quick second to say thank you to the entire Forza community. You as players make this game truly amazing, and I myself, being a new player, have been having a blast. Now I could have made this tips and tricks video before, but there is so much in the game that I had to figure out first myself before making one such video. But here I am. I'm gonna share with you 10 of the best tips and tricks that I have learned over the span of 5 days in Forza Horizon 5. Also, every new and veteran player can elaborate on the same topics, as I would love to know anything new and would request everyone watching to let me know their opinions on these 10 tips that I'm gonna share with you next. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the first is missables. Missables including trophies, because unlike on Steam and Xbox, here on PlayStation we have trophies, right? And so there are lots of missable trophies in the game, which if you do not complete in a certain amount of time or in a certain amount of specific season, there are chances that you can miss it completely unless you wait for the next specific season and do those specific required tasks. So this is a missable trophy, as once a season passes away, you can't get back to those playlist activities anymore. So this is again another missable. There are quite a lot of missable trophies in the game. I'm gonna leave a screenshot of some of them now. Okay, so the next tip is very important, as everything here in your difficulty, anything you change will result in a negative or a positive difficulty bonus CR. So as you can see, if you are an expert and have all these settings like I usually run around with, you will get 65% extra bonus credits. If you play on unbeatable, you get 85% more CR. If you change your shifting from automatic to manual, you get 100% more CR. So you can keep playing around with all of this stuff and you can come up with your optimal way of gameplay, and you can earn more bonus CR from technically every race and event that you complete. Yeah? Okay, so the next tip is not actually a tip, it is more of a feedback towards the specific PS5 PlayStation community players. Currently on PlayStation, as I'm recording this video, the PlayStation 5 Forza Horizon 5 servers are not available. Now I do not know if this is a thing on Steam and Xbox. I have not found out about this up until now. I will research about this later, but this is what I wanted to say and have a feedback of other players on PlayStation as well, that the servers overall are very slow and sometimes downright offline like now. Also, two other things that no one seems to be talking about. Every time on a PlayStation controller, we use the L2 and R2 for haptic feedback. So the L2 is for braking and R2 is for acceleration. Every time I brake, I get the haptic feedback on the L2, but I do not get the haptic feedback on my accelerator. So that, and on top of that, the game bugs and crashes. So I would really request the Forza Horizon developers or you know, the people now responsible in order to, you know, sort of maintain Forza servers to you know, better optimize it for the PlayStation servers, as there are some things that are just not possible, including the no haptic feedback on the R2 button. Yeah? Okay, tip number 4, you need to save your credits and not waste them on fast traveling. So if you want to fast travel to your home, all you need to do is come back to your menu into My Horizon and go to home. You need to simply click on fast travel and do yes, and you will not have to spend money on fast traveling on your home, which is, and if you want to go to a nearby auto show, right, you do not have to drive all the way or spend money to fast travel. You can go here to cars and you can click on buy new and used cars and click on yes, go to the nearest festival site. which will take you directly to the nearby festival site, and you will end up not spending your credits. You can keep fast traveling directly through the menu without having to spend your credits, and basically free of cost. Okay, tip number 5, car mastery. Please make sure you have this perk in your car mastery unlocked, which is called extra life. Now this means that even if you hit something while your skill chains are active, they will still be counting even after one hit. So you can save your skill chains after one hit and not having to reset them, right? So this is a very important perk, and I would recommend everyone having this perk unlocked, as you can technically have all your skill points earned even after taking a single crash. Okay? Alright, tip number 6 for people who have cosmetic damage on. For me, I do have cosmetic damage on, so every time I crash, my car just ends up looking so ugly. Look at this. Look at this. My windows are broken. My number plate has fallen off there in the corner, right? So how do I reset this without having to waste more time? I simply open up my photo app, right? There is this option to reset cosmetic damage. I'll just click on that, okay, and boom, voila. Voila, everything is brand new. It's good as new. It was like there is not even a single scratch. So you can open your camera app, you can reset your cosmetic damage every time your car is dented up and in a bad shape. Okay, tip number 7 is again related to car mastery. Now, we know that we do not use every car in the game, right? So there are some cars that we know that we are not gonna end up using, but we still have them. And so what do? We spend them wisely. We spend our car mastery points wisely. I would suggest everyone do the same. So the cars that you're not using. So for me, I know that I do not want to use this particular Aston Martin, as I do have a couple other Aston Martins, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my car mastery section. I'm gonna go click here and just do the first car mastery. I'm not gonna bother about the other ones. If I do want to do the other ones, I'll make sure that they have wheel spins or extra super wheel spins. If they do not have extra super wheel spins and wheel spins, I'm just gonna spend one car mastery point for 5000 XP, and I'm not gonna spend anything else unless there is a super wheel spin or a wheel spin. So technically one car mastery point will give you 5000 XP. That's huge. Okay, tip number 8 is for auction sniping. I myself am very new to the game, and of course to auction sniping as well, right? But I do know one thing that every auction sniper does. What do? Yeah, so they go back to their My Cars tab. They click on Buy New and Used Cars. From here is where they now enter into the auto show, and then they now enter into the auction house. Now the auction house is unavailable because the servers are not available. But if the servers would have been available, yes, the auction house is a much better responsive auction house from the auto show menu, instead of you sitting at your own house and then browsing it from that menu. Alright, tip number 9 is for the achievement hunters. You can see every different accolade that you can earn, right? Any accolade that you still do not have and want to have is something that you can track. If you want to track or pin an object, you can do that, and it will track always in your screen, which is a very helpful thing to have. Alright, this is the tip that everyone has been probably waiting for. Unlimited XP, unlimited credits, unlimited wheel spins, unlimited car mastery points. So please follow along, as I will leave all the detailed descriptions, everything all down in the description, okay? Okay, so first things first, you have to come to the auto show. Once you're here in the auto show, go to the M category, which is Mozzler. This is the car that you need to buy, but trust me, it will pay off very soon with these 320,000 credits that you buy, you'll end up making way more than this. So please buy this car if you do not have this car from the auto show for 320,000 credits. Okay, come back into the car mastery section for the Missable MT900. Yeah, unlock every car mastery point that you see here that you can. You do not have to bother about the bottom right car mastery point, which is for the extra life car mastery. You can if you do have spare points lying around, but these are the ones that you have to unlock. And I will leave the tune code for this particular car in the description down as well. Download and install that tune. Now you need to go into Event Labs. Again, I'll leave the code of the map down in the description as well. Once you have clicked on this race, start this as a solo race with the particular tune that we've already installed on the Missable MT900. Again, this is the only car that we need to use in order for this to happen. Now once the race starts, guys, I'm gonna leave a screenshot of the difficulty settings that you need to have. Okay, now once you have all these settings done, just start the race and press R2, press on your accelerator and do not press on anything else, and the race will complete and you will get all of the good stuff. Keep repeating this and you will earn unlimited super wheel spins, unlimited wheel spins, unlimited XP car mastery points, all of that. And so before signing off, if even a single tip here did help you out in any single shape or form, would really appreciate if you could drop a like. And in future, if you want to follow more Forza Horizon content, would request you to give me a follow, as stuff like this requires a lot of effort to make. And I would only request people watching, if this did help you out, please do consider dropping a follow or a subscribe and leave the bell icon on so you do not miss any future uploads from my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.